Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's visible.
S- Okay, so today basically we are just go through with the webhook. In the Zoho CRM, we already done this thing. So let recall this and what kind of activity we can perform with the webhook. So theoretical first we can just go through, and after that I'll just revise in the CRM how we done this thing, and whatever process we have, we can just work or go through one by one. So let's start. So first, what is webhook? Webhook, with the name we can easily understand, like it is kind of hook who can add two things. So hooks, we know the things like hooks is a kind of middleware. So the same thing in the software also we have the webhook. With the help of webhook, we can integrate or we can add the third party condition, third party form, or any URL or any JSON structured data we can easily able to add in our Zoho platform also. So the same kind of webhook is performing the activity in other languages, same we are performing in the Zoho also. So now uh, there is a some use case for that. Okay. If we want to share some data from server or from external server with the help of Zoho CRM, so we can use the webhook. We can send the data from Zoho CRM and external servers we can do. If we want to trigger any automation in another app, like for Razor Pay or for payment integration, like in the e-commerce website or in the Zoho CRM portal, if we give the client portal access. So if we want to integrate with the payment gateway, kind of Razor Pay or any other payment gateway, if we want to integrate, so whatever amount we are enter in this platform, it's automatically fetch the customer detail and amount, and after that, that same information is push into the payment gateway and it's redirect into the payment gateway. Then client easily can able to done the payment. So this is the process basically, automation or another app. Kind of like notification, we have a multiple like application. Sync Zoho data with internal system with third party app. Suppose the same example I'm just taking, the Razor Pay integration. Uh, if you want to done the same amount payment through like from the customer hand, but customer is not going to enter the amount, whatever the system, client is need to pay the same amount. So we just share that amount to that Razor Pay or third party payment gateway. After that, whenever it's done or the status is in progress, pending, or server issue, whatever, the same status we are just capture from that third party app. It's like Razor Pay is also the third party because it is not the Zoho app. So from that we are capture the status and update into the Zoho. So Razor Pay is a third party app, and data internal like Zoho with internal system, it is kind of whatever status we are just capture from the third party, like pending, done, complete, server issue, and we are just syncing that status with the Zoho CRM or Zoho any other platform. So this is a third party app we are just using for webhook. Send order detail from Zoho, the same. I'm just like explain with the same thing. Same example we can take for ERP software, because we have the order detail. We can capture the order from any other platform, or in the e-commerce or ERP system, we are just integrated with the multiple platform for like shipment and the delivery part and the payment gateway. With the multiple vendor, we are just get the product or material. So in that case, we can use the webhook because every uh, product is have their own APIs and all thing. So rather than writing a function and just doing a connection, the API calls. So it is easiest way we can use the webhook in the Zoho or in other like fetching the detail from the third party system. So this is the use case basically where we are using that webhook part. Now, how webhook work? An event is triggered basically whenever a new lead is created, whenever we are just pushing that data into like convert that data, deal account and contact, or maybe any order is coming into the system. So the trigger point in which point we want to trigger that third party app. After that, we are calling that webhook URL. Like we are creating in the action, we have the webhook part. So we call the webhook. And after that, we send that JSON data or whatever type of data we have, we need to transfer into the JSON or XML because the JSON and XML only the Zoho is supported. So we can just transfer that data. After that, we need to define our endpoint. Like in the Postman also we need to fix the like in which URL we need to push that data and mapping with that. And after that, we can in the like condition, whenever it's trigger on the condition and like first point, end point, the structure, the data structure, and starting URL, base URL basically. So all the things we have already done, the same thing for the API part also, the same thing we need to be done in the webhook also. Because in the webhook also we are calling a API, but there is like a unnecessary step is going to be deducted. Now the setting up webhook in the Zoho CRM, if we are just talk about the how we are just set up a webhook. So these step I'll already explain, but on the JSON part I'll not explain, but for the URL part I'll explain already. So in the developer space we have the webhook session. So let me open the demo account. Pavan, have you learned that webhook in Zoho Creator?
No, uh, webbook I haven't heard in Zoho data. Okay.
Okay. The setting. Let's try for create. So first we need to find the trigger point. So we need to create a workflow. I'm creating on contact test on creation. Whenever any contact is going to be create, for all the contact it's need to be trigger. So in the action we have the webhook. So simply I just click on the webhook. Now, okay, one webhook is already created. So let's create new webhook. we are not having the whole data, but simply for like how we are just fill all the data, I'm just show you the things. So this, like, this is the name, webhook name we are just pushing, writing here. It is not related to the URL or the. So now method you want to post or get, because I'm just posting the information to another third party product. So I'm just putting the post. So URL we can take for any form URL. So let me, this is my URL kind of endpoint where I need to push that data. But that URL is not work, but I'm just showing the things. If you have any authorized connection, so you need to enter that connection link, or with any, like we have the Zoho form. Maybe we can create meanwhile time Zoho form I can. So Zoho form, we, this is not the third party app. So because for third party we also need access, credential and everything. So right now we don't have. So I'll just show you with the Zoho product. So like for Zoho form, we have the forms and all, everything we have. Connection we can create, but if we have the third party app, we are not having any uh, connection. So we need to, we are just going to be do the all authorization and everything. Then we can do. So there is a Zoho form. It's a Zoho CRM to Zoho form. So in this Zoho CRM to Zoho form. So this connection we use. Now we are just writing a module parameter. If we have, we can write right now. Let's test. I'm just, we can leave that parameter. We're not passing any parameter. In the body, we are passing the form data. So first module, first name, last name. Against the ID, we can pass this. Let's save it. So now this webhook is created. So preview form, same is going to be, data is not reflecting because we are not pushing any data currently. But whenever any contact is created, we have. So let's try to create a contact. In the timeline, we can see whatever activity we have performed. We create the workflow. So now we can see my internet connectivity is very slow. So on 618, I have create this. Sorry, 618, I have create this contact, and after that, this webhook is called. So whatever I have just mentioned in this webhook, it is going to be push. But that is not performed because URL is not correct. That's why it is not. But we can test if it is in the entries is there, because we already mark in this form lot of field is mandatory or no. So like this way, basically we are just going to use the webhook. Functionality is based on the third party app. So I cannot show the whole things, but like this way option is showing in the system for all the Zoho product. So see, we have create a workflow, choose the module, select the create. On creation we done. Action, I have just select the workflow. I'll just put it the URL get post, and the JSON format I'll just map, and just save and activate. And we tested the function or webhook is called from while we are creating the any contact, it is going to be trigger. So we have the option, like I'm just using this workflow rule. Directly it is not available because we are using the trial version. And now the Zoho form also we have the same thing. So this is also, I'll just mention this like steps. So in the Zoho form we have like we can use inside the Zoho form the webhook part. Inside the integration we have that webhook, or simply while creation of workflow you can use that webhook. And same thing whatever we are just mentioned here, you can apply the post and get endpoint you need to be fine. Or if you want, so the endpoint URL you can find from the API document. For if you are using any third party API, so you need to find the third party API endpoint. So whenever you find the third party endpoint, so you need to put it that endpoint into that URL where I'm just putting the form URL. So that you need to be capture from the third party app. In method, simply you want to push the data or get the data. And whatever data you want, you need to be mention that data. After that, you can enable this thing and just save it. Then it is working. So this is the whole process for the webhook. So I'll just mention this is for the CRM with Zoho Form, which we have done. In the blueprint, we can done. I think we go through with the blueprint. Pavan, have you learned about this blueprint?
Yeah, like in Zoho Creator also, she doesn't explain this about this blueprints. She told that you going to explain about this
Yeah,
blueprints.
but I think in my sheet it is not there. Okay, it is there. It is upcoming. Okay. So the validation rule, I think we already discussed the validations rule.
Yeah,
So on that part also webhook. Whenever create the blueprint, then we can call workflow, the same thing which I'll just show you. Like this way we can call the webhook. Assignment rule we can, validation rule. In the validation rule we cannot do the things, but behalf of that validation we can create a workflow rule and just call the webhook. So example it's mentioned, you can go through with the document. I'll mention this some example and connectivity for like, so it is very simple. We if we integrate the third party app, so we need to authorize that third party with our Zoho platform. So first we need to create a connection, like same way I'll already like pre-build connection. I'm just using this connection I'll created already. So that's why I'm just using the same connection name. But if you don't have the connection or authorization, you need to create the connection. From here, if that product is or third party app is available in the marketplace, so you can create a connection from here. Or if you are going to use this like Zoho CRM API into the third party app, then you can create this connection from here. But if you want to capture that data into the system, then you need to authorize your third party app with this. So for authorization, there is one app, Zoho Console. So in the Zoho console, you have to authorize your app, the Zoho app, and just get your credentials like key, API's key, client key or secret key. So this part is coming into the upcoming videos. So whenever we click on the add client or self client, you can just click. Okay, there is a limit and we already reached the limit. So suppose this is the self client, you can just mention the client name, URL, and this all the information. After submission, you got some keys. Let's remove. So this is the self client. You need to add the scope. That scope is available in the document. So you can just copy from that document and you can. It is last duration is 10 minutes. In after 10 minutes, it's going to be destroyed. That key is not working. Now you can just create. After creation, this is asking like which you want. So like this I'm just taking and just create. Now this key you got. This is our code, the unique code. So you can download or copy it. And after that, you got the client secret key, client ID and client secret. This three code is going to be used for the any authorization product. So you can, we just come into the postman part also. So whenever we are learning about the APIs, how we get the data, how we push the data with the help of this. So definitely we are just going to be learn that part. So this is only the brief I'm just explaining. Like with this, we are just going to authorize a third party product with the Zoho. So now here whenever we are creating any webhook, so we need to authorize or we need to create a connection between two apps, then it's going to be integrated. Okay. Because in
Yeah,
the
okay.
webhook also we are just creating the connection between our product like Zoho or with the other product. So if there is no connection or no linking, so how data can communicate with each other? So there is a example for Razorpay or payment PayPal. So these kind of integration is helping for like webhook is helping for these kind of integration. Because if we are not using the webhook, it is going to be a very lengthy process. And there is a multiple API calling and it may be costing for the API also, because if we are triggering a single time, if anyone is trigger for payment or any other calling API, so at a single time multiple API is calling. So that's the reason in the webhook there is a minimum API is calling, because we are just pushing a single endpoint. So it is consuming our API call also. Is there any doubt till now?
Yeah, like Like, I have to once again I have to go through this video, so little bit confusion. So
Hmm.
yeah,
So what confusion you have?
like a lot of things, but I'll
Hmm.
try to understand this one. I will if I have any doubts, I'll ask tomorrow. So
Yeah, you can do one thing. So for webhook, you can try one thing. For the Zoho form automation, I'll mention the steps and everything like Zoho CRM to Zoho form. So you can just try with this steps if that is working. So you can just try from your side. If there is any issue you are just facing, you can come and we can
yeah,
discuss on
mhm,
that part.
yeah, yeah. In Zoho Creator, she explained this one. Like create a record in Zoho CRM,
Hmm.
Zoho Analytics using Deluge scripting.
Yeah,
Same method
so
like method.
there is kind of same method, like but uh, see, the same reason I'm just explain you. Like if we are using the deluge, so it is going to be like call your APIs, like maximum number of API is going to be call. So reduce that API call. We are using the webhook, and for webhook, you not need to write a deluge scripting. Without writing deluge scripting, you can connect while using the webhook. So this is the
Yeah,
benefit
I got.
only.
Yeah,
So you can try if you have any doubt, we have that document also, webhook document. So that URL also I can attach. In the Zoho CRM, I can share it with you, the document. So we have multiple. So for webhook, I can share it with you. This is all the APIs. So this is the, I'm just sharing with you. You can just go through with every, like there is a lengthy content I can't explain in 1 hour, but you can simply go through with one by one. Like, see, this is the name. You need to put the URL. This is the creator URL, basically the endpoint. Okay. Then you need to pass the parameter like unique ID. Right now, we are not create any unique or anything. So I'm just showing you what is this. And this is token, basically that connection.
yeah. Like your screen got failing.
Okay. I think I'm just sharing with you in the chat because I have some network issue. So you can check this. And after that, I think you got the things, whatever you have doubt in your mind. So as per this document, it's going to be clear. And this is shown as a like in the creator also.
Yeah, in Creator we have done creating, updating, git post, all this kind of.
With the help of Deluge you have done, no?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so this is the webhook. This is the basically for using third party product. So I think with the third party you have not done the things. So you can just go through with the document. So you can just relate how we can integrate the third party product also with the same thing. Because for writing a function, it is going to time taken, but creating a webhook, it is a very easiest way. In the webhook also, we are writing or attaching some template, like HTML file with env something. So it's a very lengthy topic, but we can cover some basic things, because whenever you are fully into the system, then you got everything by yourself. But you know very well like what is the webhook, the difference between visit, webhook, and other. So you can try from your side. Tomorrow we can discuss with the same topic, whatever issue or doubt you have, or if you try from your side, so we can just go through with the whatever you have created. So you can just go through with the document, try to create any one webhook, then we can go through. If you are not done anything, so we can go through with in the same session.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think that's it. We can connect tomorrow with new session.
Okay, Rohini. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, Madhav,
Thank
thank you.
you. Bye bye.